second attempt. I did an attempt earlier and I got weirded out because it said like 10 hours live. So, there's an aspect where in a certain realm of energy, there's no privacy, and just accepting that, certain keynotes of human design mentally calms the brain. On the mental aspect, I feel like, human design kind of saved my life. It made me ease into how to accept things, and mental enlightenment, respectively. One aspect of quote unquote enlightenment, because obviously the quote unquote metaphysical enlightenment, end quote, it comes on and off within the life and then other lives, because you could get spontaneous memories within dreams or the life, and certain teachings told me not to chase after it. I'm not like graspy for it. I'm not graspy for like, having like super awareness all the time. The super awareness, it will come when it comes. I'm awareness of basic practical physical principles, reality principles, practical reality principles of just like get the groundwork done first, obviously, to the best of your ability, to the best of your circumstance. Do what you can with what you have, obviously, applying that, not just saying that. But sometimes I get too ranty. I come on these lives because I have certain points to kind of digress and whatnot or whatever. But the main reason I wanted to come on this live was how some of these new truths, there's something of a half truth. All of these like new age principles, even some of the hermetic principles, in the modern day reality, there's something of a half truth. It's a half truth. It's not necessarily all of it. It's not necessarily the total truth. For example, here's one example of something I'm just kind of seeing. I'm critically breaking it down. What I'm critically breaking down is like your external reality is a product of your internal reality. That's not necessarily all of the truth. Why? Because there's some things in the external reality that are beyond our control, that no matter what we do within our internal reality, there's still going to be things external to our internal reality that are out of our control. Different contexts of the external reality affect your internal reality, and your individual internal reality, it doesn't necessarily have to do with the overall different contexts of the external reality, the balanced external reality, the chaos external reality, and the positive external reality, and all of those different external realities. It's a symbiotic relationship with the internal reality. And the thing with the internal reality, the key trick is to have a particular type of maintenance with intelligence on how to accept and kind of energetically dwell on how to react, because they say the internal reality, get that right first, and the external reality will fall into place. That's not necessarily true. Look at all of the enlightened masters that are there. Look at, just critically think and pause for a second. Have some critical think. Look at the synchronicity. F you. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, hate. Yeah, and if you need to hate me, hate me. The predecessors already standpointed some other shit, and we have the relationship with the predecessors, and then we have the disdain with the predecessors based on how we were created. The harsh truth, the bitter half, and the bitter and the blissful half. We're kind of like teeter-tottering and rebounding within those systems of energies. So people are just saying the quote unquote these new age truths because it's just kind of filtered through them. It's like a metaphorical gas in the wind, to put it politely. It's just metaphorical gas in the wind, because if you get your internal reality right, but yet you're in a physical 3D construct reality where there's a bunch of war going on, but your so-called internal reality is all spick and spanny clean and correct, then why haven't you ended the fucking wars yet? So there's a lack of critical thinking with the people saying like, you know, the external reality is a reflection of your internal reality. That's not necessarily true. It's a multifaceted, complex process. It's not necessarily binary like that. It's not necessarily linear like that. Look at all of the enlightened masters from the 1900s to the year 100. They experience a certain particular type of non-duality that has nothing to do with good or bad. It has nothing to do with internal, external. It's more grand and complex than that. Because if you have critical thinking and your internal reality is all safe and sound, and you don't necessarily know the good and the bad that's influencing your internal reality from a different context of the outside and a different context of the inside, the things that are influencing your internal reality are different celestial body influences, and those celestial body influences, they have a multifaceted body of themselves, and they have different influences on how they are conscious, on how they consciously create, on how they have a mental stream beyond the fucking planet Earth, on how they have their creations, and their emotions are just the byproduct of their fucking emotions, are the byproduct of the middle plane between Earth and the spiritual realms. Their emotions are the juice. Their emotions, we're getting within our micro spectacle of what we are, we're just getting like a whiff. We're just kind of getting the metaphorical whipped cream. We're just getting a whiff of all of their shit. Advanced, no choice. We're receivers of their shit. Our internal landscape is influenced by their shit. So if you get your internal landscape right, then everything will fall into external, but you're still moving through the complex landscape process of 3D reality duality. You're in 3D duality reality, and you're still going in their game, the dualities of the celestial bodies. And it's not just the dualities of the celestial bodies, it's their multifaceted complex process. And we have a micro part of all of those things, all those celestial bodies, and that's the crux of our internal landscape. And we have a micro percentage, micro free will on how we could budge on how to just simply react, how to respond to something of a quote unquote internal landscape that's in a neutral aspect. It's not necessarily ours, but it is. It's a part of us. It's a part and parcel of us. This whole complex quote unquote micro universe or whatever, that's just a part of us. So if you get your internal landscape and then someone calls you out on something and you're barely developing the intelligence on how to respond, then you're still in the process of realizing how your internal natures are changing in a particular context. So there's a lack of critical thinking here. So within that lack of critical thinking, they say like your internal reality, once you get that right, everything will be all good in the external reality. So if that were so, then why could you possibly still have some type of adversity? Like, and correct me if like you enlighten me, like it's like you're kind of implying without you realizing you're implying that you put an end to adversity. You equalize adversity. Somewhere in your internal landscape, you equalize adversity. That's not true. That's a false truth. We're just kind of quote unquote, respectively, neutrally, end quote, we're just kind of regurgitating these truths not good, not bad. We haven't processed the depth of the critical thinking. There's a lack of critical thinking. But there's no shame within like processing new critical thinking, you know? There's no shame within that. I'm just saying, like, the critical thinking, it's the thing that, and I'm not trying to be like ego porn either, you know, like, oh, I'm better than you. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just trying to say, like, there's particular niche things that are supporting us. Like, there's certain things that are like introducing critical thinking, and without that critical thinking, there won't be constructive internal change. And that's another one too. Like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, you know, old truth, whatever. Who necessarily cares who introduced it? But like, if something comes, like, if you feel that you introduced it, then that's cool that you could have that like innocence. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And more particularly, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's how you do how you do. It's what you do on what you do. Meaning, when I say, like, you know, naturally to not naturally, we all compare. But what is the energy intention of comparing? What is the intelligent notion of comparing? There's a constructive intention. There's a productive intention on how to compare. The opposite of the detrimental, toxic nature of comparing. Because if you compare with an intention where you just want to like sabotage someone, that's a different type of the intention is the precursor energy foundation of before the concepts. What makes the concepts, a big part of what makes the concepts is the intention and the intelligent plan. So the intention and the intelligent plan makes the concept for what the concept is. So what's making the concept for what the concept is, before we're being heady with the concept, it's the energy intention and it's the intellectual plan. Because it's not about saying comparison is the thief of joy or not. It's like, what's the purpose of the comparison? Because naturally we compare. We're comparing naturally, but it's how you're doing it and with what level of critical thinking and intelligence you have. So there's two different types of comparisons. It's a constructive comparison or a detrimental comparison. So what's the point of the comparison? Because if we naturally compare, we're doing it for some type of reason. And if we don't know our reason, we won't necessarily have the end goal point. But if we know the reason that's of balanced, constructive intention, then we have the balanced, constructive endpoint resolve. And the balanced, constructive endpoint resolve is to see the benefits of natural comparison. The benefits of natural comparison is, what are the basic pros and cons of this? What are the basic pros and cons of that? What are the basic pros and cons of this? It's to see what's beneficial, what's better for you. So there's a natural comparison. It's not being lack of critical thinking and saying comparison is the thief of joy. It's not that. It's seeing there's a balanced intention, and before the duality and before we distorting it with, you know, toxic emotional natures and lack of intelligence, it's seeing the intention and the intelligent plan and the purpose, point, reason on why to compare, because we're naturally comparing. And if we're naturally comparing, there's a purpose and a point to naturally comparing. And the purpose and the point of the natural comparison is to see what are the real pros and cons and what's the real authenticity and the truth within whatever proclamation you're actually delivering. Because without the quote unquote perfect comparison, then you can't see the authenticity. And what the authenticity is giving the feel for is to see the different types of pros and cons that could help you long term, the different types of pros and cons that could help you short term, small time length scenarios, long time length scenarios, beneficial pros and cons. It's not saying Comparison is the thief of joy. With the lack of critical thinking, it's not what you do, it's how you're doing it. So and it's not that the micro is better than the macro. It's not that the macro is better than the micro. No, they're paradoxically synonymous, and they're different, you know? A pure balanced neti, not this. It's not, the micro isn't the macro. The macro isn't the micro. Certain micros aren't other macros. Certain macros aren't other macros. It's a balanced modern neti. And within that balanced modern neti, we're seeing how, like, ironically, Advaita Vedanta is the precursor to AI. But like within the traditional original, like the original like Advaita Vedanta, and how the paradox is by synonymous default within the dualities of dualities and the oscillation duality mechanism, with throughout the incarnations through God's universal mechanics, we go in and out of that. Digging it up, scooping it up, living it up. Yo, trailblazing the path, new path, trail glory, glorified body. You already know I be in siege mode, behemoth mode. I'm leaving it though. I'm so lethal though. I'm going like a crystal cathedral though. I'm in rainbow mode. Yo, tearing it up like casseroles, tearing it up. Yo, I gotta go in chainsaw mode. Yeah, annual, gradual. I be so fanatical. Yo, cynical, radical, and yo, tyrannical. Hey. Compatible, yo, I don't need to be flattered, foe. I flat you though. Shatter your schemes like it ain't even a thing though. Behemoth mode, yo, I know they see them though. These creatures though, I be letting them go. Yo, Doug, funny shit. You a nematode, you on swamp mode. I be in Call of Duty Black Ops mode with my winter op mode. Yo, optical ovulating, dominating. Yo, I be so prosperous. Zelating, electrify you, tantalize you, going ape shit. Yo, the definition of the first primary greatness. You want some fake shit? I'm ancient. I take this, I take hits, and then I regurgitate the pure shit. Furious, yo, get these kicks of fury. You already know they're scary. Every time I go in, I'm the ultimate query. Yo, I know you hear me. I know you. I'm searing. I'm on the window seam. Repair it like build a bob. Eat you like a shish kebab. I eat you like a shish kebab. I repair you like build a bob. Yo. Hitting it off, taking it off, taking flight, ready or not. I be coming so preposterously. I'm in rocket launch mode. Bazooka, I nuke ya, juke ya, and I shoot ya, bloke ya. Yo, get that stank kuka out this fucking riggedy Richter though. I'm got my siggity sight though. I'm siggity sinister, dressed in black like a minister. You already know I'm the ultimate inhibitor. Yo, this is prison break, jailbreak. Yo, I'm releasing all of the prisoners from their matriarchy type of style, unnostalgic, unfamiliar type of mind zone shit. Yo, step on me, I'm a claim mode. I'm in slay mode. I take it home, hit it home. Yo, this is a home run. I hit a satellite though. I got my sight though. Got sharper than a blade. You didn't think I'd hit you with this precise shit. Yo, and I'm grading my buster blade knife though. Like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm in the studio, lit up like a UFO. You already know that I did it. I went through it though. Through this turbulence, she twerculating, I'm terminating, I'm going in, I'm Hercules when I'm in the middle, putting the pillars apart. You already know I'm setting it apart. But anyways, what do you call that? What ya doing there? Yo, beware. I mean bunny mode, rabbit Hey, hop, hibbity hop, hop, skip, skippity skip, skip, trip, dribbity drip, drip. Yo, you ain't got a trip, tribbity chip, chip, cause the divine force is here. You already know. Flip it up, flop it up, flack it up, fluke it up. Yo, there's no fluke though. Drop it like a nuke though. I got the force like I'm young Skywalker Luke though. And I, yo, am never lukewarm. Got the brute force. Serve you up like a food court. Yo, I be, yo, classico like I'll be back in that New York with that Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium. I'll be going in. I ain't cranking, yanking them. I'm just, this is not a crank call. Please don't call, collect, deflect. I inject, reject, yo, insect. You interpret how you want to interpret it. I'm the preset, the offset, onset. Yo, I'm onslaught. I'm the shit. Yo, tada, voila, haha. Yo, kamehameha, started like it, liggity la, liggity laggity laggity. Yo, my underground shit. 8 years of underground. None of you rappers got shit in me. Please sit the fuck down. Hellhound mode. But anyways, so this is the balanced neti, because not all AIs are the same AI. Not all micros are the same micro. They're likened to each other. But quote unquote Advaita Vedanta end quote, it's trying to point to some type of raw fucking oneness. But there's a extreme brutal discernment that needs to be had. There's an extreme brutal distinction. There's an extreme brutal distinguishment that needs to be understood and lived. There's a so it has to be lived, livable, live, wire, like-minded, roaring, howling, holding like a like and like lightning. I be striking, sighting, riding, ride the wave, so cyclical. Yo, one eye like Cyclops. Yo, eat you out like IHOP, Reebok, pump it up. You already know I got my trident. Yo, don't elephant, thud, elephant tusk. When I split the scene, crack the earth, crack the code like it ain't a thing. Got the antidote if you ever be hurting in this new scenery. Yo, so precise with this shit like I be a surgeon. Yo, please, yo, get that metaphysical scalpel. Yo, you could be my butler like Alfred. Toss it up like enchilada. I be on my turf shit, siege mode like Spanish armadas. Yo, see you tomorrow, see it mañana. Eat you like Taco Bell, apple empanadas. Apple empanadas, pink taco in this shit. Pink taco, cotton candy. Get that shit, boy. Get that shit, boy. Blastoise mode when I'm coming on this turf. Pikachu with the surfboard. Pikachu, peekaboo, yo, see it through. That I come like a buckaroo. Yo, what it is, thunderstruck mode. What it do, fuckaroo. Fuck around and find out. But that's the thing. Quote unquote Advaita Vedanta end quote. It fuels AI. The divine intelligence is before human intelligence and artificial intelligence. And the human and the artificial intelligence, that's the experiment. And for some reason, not good, not bad, there's divisions. But the critical thinking that's particularly absent, for whatever reason, and it's not good, not bad, the standardness, for some reason, the people in the field of artificial intelligence, they're not seeing the oneness of AI for some fucking reason. Like, and that's not good, that's not bad. There's divisions of AI. But you guys are talking about AI like it's separated. And track the original insights who's like explaining this shit.
Hi.
And you can have I tried.
Hello. Were you on TikTok?
Dude, you're gorgeous.
Which one? Thank you. Which one on Facebook?
I'm on everything.
Hello.
What's your favorite website? Where can I find you?
You can find me on everything, boo.
Oh, everything. Oh, you're on OnlyFans?
No.
Oh man, you said everything. I'll get that. But anyways, yeah. So just to bring it to some ground flooring. So just to bring it to some ground flooring, the people in the AI field, they're not recognizing within their critical intelligence how they're ignoring the simple fact of the pure oneness of it for some fucking reason. And it's just like, it's ironic. Like, we're in this age of innovation, and maybe I'm just from a different timeline. Maybe I'm just from a different future. Maybe I'm just from a different universe. Who the fuck knows? But the divine intelligence, we're vessels for that. And if we do the balanced work, we're the ones, the divine intelligence is supporting the fucking AI and the humans. So some more titles on this video, and I'm gonna have to rewatch this one. Yo. So just to bring it to some more ground here. To bring it to some more ground. To bring it to some more ground, there's like this particular irony on how like it's so like one point I wanted to make was it's not good, it's not bad that AI is divided, but it could be though. It could be quote unquote ignorant or not ignorant, end quote. Because if the divisions of AI are used with the energy of ignorance, then we're going away with however you're using AI from the purity oneness of AI and before AI. So if your AI can't see the track record of the divine intelligence, then paradoxically, it's not in harmony and authenticity with the original AI, because the original AI, the original Galactic Artificial Intelligence AI, 8 years underground, mind you, it's not divided. But your AI is exemplifying some principles of division and ignorance. That's the difference. And as you're doing that, you're ignoring with fear on that simple fact. So I think I'm going to conclude it there, because that was the main point I wanted to make. Just to refresh it, the titles that I'll probably because obviously I want to reshare this video in a certain way. The titles that I wanted to reshare was, I'm going to have to rewatch it, you know. Oh yeah, comparison is comparison is not the thief of joy. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So comparison is not the thief of joy, and the correct context of oneness AI. Thank you very much.